So let's look at this is the London section. We need a new chart for clear directional bias. Now we are going to look. We're going to look left. We're going to look left. The reason look left is to see. Last time we looked left, we got a price action at this level, and we see the beginning of every rally, beginning of every breakout, beginning of every breakout structure, and a possible retest. Then from there, we evaluate what will happen in the future. So we have seen this. Then the next support structure we need to look at on close of a 4 hours candle is here. Now, though it may be have messed up many times, but we still look at the price action and see what it can provide in the current time frame. And you can see that 3,315 has stopped price. That didn't happen as a result of coincidence. That happened because of the structure at this level. We have a structure here. We have a structure here. So now the next thing we want to see is we're going to take note of the demand and the supply on that level. Then the next supply on that break is here. Is another supply roof. Let's try and keep it as simple as possible and only deal with the price action we need at the moment. And price actions we do not need, we'll take it out of the system. So now the question now is the market has rallied. Is it going to pull back so that others who didn't get an opportunity to buy in the market can find a way to get in and buy? So if we're waiting for that, let's see if we have a valid another stoppage at this level. Here's another valid stoppage at this level. Let's look at it on 3 hours. Look at it on 2 hours. Look at it on 1 hour. So they are all clean on different time frames. So now what we want to see now is a possible drop from where price is. We want to see price retrace from that level after hitting that supply roof, a broken demand floor. So the next thing we're looking at to now is to see to what extent can the price come down. This is a nice retest floor. So if price comes back here, if we got a pullback from that level, then I only want to stay in a buy and I do not want to sell again. And most likely when price come, maybe it might break the structure. It will definitely break it and return into the zone. And I will also be plotting for the short-term ascending trend line. So if it comes back, I want price to get into that zone. to fall back into that structure will set me up for a buy where it aligns with the ascending trend line on 3 hours and on 2 hours. It's also a valid structure. So on 2 hours, we found that price action on 2 hours. So if price returns there, we want to see it dip us on 2 hours time frame into this structure. So that technically means that it's going to take this out and it will extend its liquidity reach into the structure. Then we'll go back to our 4 hours. We'll have a top layer supply roof. So this layer, top layer supply roof, will provide a sell evidence indicating that we have a very strong confluence at this level where we have a horizontal supply roof meet a descending trend line, creating a high probability resistance sales structure. And a breakaway from this structure, though I'm not anticipating a breakout, I'm not anticipating it because that's normal duty. So a breakaway from there will be a strong foundation for a fresh rally where you shouldn't stop until we retest the current all-time high, which is 3,500 retest. So that is what the structure is all about. So if he pulls out from this descending trend, of course you can see the structure. We have price create here, a supply roof, a supply roof. And the both are giving us this descending trend line. And we have the horizontal structure, supply roof, break of a supply roof, retest of a demand floor, break of a demand floor, retest of a supply roof, break of a supply roof, retest as a demand floor, as a demand floor, break of a demand floor, retest as a supply roof, and the price have sold off. And that sell off technically had a breakout. So we must pay critical attention to breakout and how breakout traders are winning the market, not just only on SAU, but on all pairs. A lot of traders who are only trading breakouts, especially ascending trendline breakouts or ascending trendline breakouts, a lot of them are winning. They are winning. They're on a low key. They are not making noise. They are winning. So if you're a breakout trader, of course, after the breakout, you came for the retest and held your buy position firmly. So we'll be waiting for it to return at this level. But if it returns at this level, honestly, it might want to kick in into the ascending trend line. So if it does so, then you have to be very careful for a potential buy opportunity because market will draw you down. Market will draw you down. Market might get here and continue to pull you. So if you're putting a buy order here, just be very careful and allow it. Like for me, what I would like to look at is we have a descending trend line breakout here. There's a breakout at this level on 4 hours. A descending trend line breakout at this level. So in a more extreme case, the liquidity hunt for uptick price might even extend that into the zone and kindly pull back. But here is okay. If you are taking your position here, be careful your stop loss. Here is also okay. So that is a valid ascending trend line. Here is valid. No, here is valid. And let's look at. I don't know. I don't like this thing. So we could be having more confluence in this area. On this 4 hours bullish channel, this we have updated the floor, test 1, test 2, test 3, and the roof 1. And price might also dip into its structure, making it a triple confluence, a descending trend line, a horizontal structure, and an ascending trend line, providing a sell confluence around 65, around 3, around 362, 3365. Yes. So